きたのだろうか。いつから悲しみの記憶を継いでいた。過ぎた遠い日々に思いを馳せていた。 Without a regret call your way because I promised you。 時の針は再び運命の時へと動き始めた。 I want to live in the limited time。 悲しみを振り切れ Absolutely unreal of truth。 私に耐えるため涙に溶かしたこの痛みが明日を切り開くから。生きたい生きたいと願う意志が魂に光を灯すだろう。 I want to live in the limited time。 愛する者のため Resolution of the heart and soul。 この手で切り開く。いつからたどり着く結末へと時を刻み続けてゆく。 Still I am in this world。 I want to give and God lies and truth and sacrifice。 Still I am in this world。 I want to give and God faith and hate endless road crave on faith the meaning of my life。記憶が見せる夢ぼやけたその景色に交わる運命が私を引き寄せた。思いが渦巻いた表裏のない世界。君との約束を見つけるためあの日から止まっていた時が今そんな未来へ動き始めた。 I want to live in the limited time。 絶望にあなたへ Resolution of the heart and soul。 この手でこの声で彼方で揺らめくあの光が未来へと続いていく。誰もが死ぬために生まれてきたのだろうか。いつから悲しみの記憶を継いでいた。過ぎた遠い日々に思いを馳せていた。 Without a regret call your way because I promised you。 時の針は再び運命の時へと動き始めた。 I want to live in the limited time。 悲しみを振 きたいと願う意志が魂に光を灯すだろう I want to live it in the limited time 愛する者のため Resolution of the heart and soul この手で切り開くいつかたどり着く結末へと時を刻み続けてゆく Still I am in this world I want to give and God lies and truth and sacrifice Still I am in this world I want to give and God faith and hate endless road crave on faith the meaning of my life 記憶が見せる夢ぼやけたその景色に交わる運命が私を引き寄せた思いが渦巻いた表裏のない世界君との約束を見つけるためあの日から止まっていた時が今そんな未来へ動き始めた I want to live it in the limited time 絶望にあなたへ Resolution of the heart and soul この手でこの声で彼方で揺らめくあの光が未来へと続いていく誰もが死ぬために生まれてきたのだろうかいつから悲しみの記憶を継いでいた過ぎて遠い日々に思いを馳せていた Without the regret go your way because I promised you 時の針は再び運命の時へと動き始めた I want to live it in the limited time 悲しみを振り切れ Absolutely unreal of truth 私に耐えるため涙に溶かしたこの痛みが明日を切り開くから生きたい生きたいと願う意志が魂に光を灯すだろう I want to live it in the limited time 愛する者のため Resolution
I'm home. Whoa. Hello, gamers. It's so over. So last time on Dragon Ball Z, we came back to the perspective of the main people, where we actually told Eggplant, aka Naomi, everything that's going on. We took her to the park, we sat her down, we're like, look, we're kind of crazy, but also we died and we're in this death game and it sucks out here. And also, is it Himari? No, not Himari. Hold on, I have too many gays in my head. Help me.
What the fuck?
Is it Miharu, the other one. Hi. Miharu is also dead and in the death game with us. So that's we told all of that to Naomi. We were so like honest, brutally honest. And she's like, cool, I'm gonna help. And we were like, huh? She's like, they don't know who I am. I'm not in the game. I can be your spy. And so that was like a whole scenario. Keep doing the thing. Talk it out.
Zakura. So after that, freaking, we got attacked by a member of the game, a woman, saying, "Yo, I know your name. I need the rest of your information." And then she just collapses on us. We take her back to her hospital, and we find out her name. And now we work with Eggplant to find her information.
I know. Oh, and she just fucking gave birth. Oh, that was hard. She tackled us. We went to the hospital, got her stuff, found out her name, found out she had just given birth. So we did a lot of research into like pregnancy and childbirth and what are the leading causes of dying for that, because that was their main assumption, is she died during that. We did find the information that we needed, which was essentially a brain aneurysm, which is not, it would not have been my go-to.
She had a brain hemorrhage from it. Yes.
Yeah. She did, in fact. And so she bled out that way, which was super unfortunate. And now we just need to know her regret. And obviously I'm thinking it's the baby, but it wasn't the baby in the aspect that you would think it was the baby. And we'll get to that. But they do get to the hospital again to try and get even more information. She traps them, lets them know what's going on. She tries to say, let's have a truce. But she lies during that whole conversation and lies about having more information than she actually does. And so our character decided, oh, you lied. You suck. We have no pity for you. We're going to kill you now. And she's like, no. And then, surprise, surprise, number 12 showed up. The funny foreign man who was the first person to kill anybody in the game. Showed up at the hospital, saw us, recognized us, scared the shit out of us. And we decided that we were going to try and help save the lady. So we go to the lady. He wasn't there. And then we're like, oh God, he went for the baby. And he used violence and threatening her child to get her to speak the truth, which logically would make no sense. We've discussed this, and like, all we have to do is kill him, and then nothing he does is canon in the universe anymore. So even if he does torture and kill the baby, it just gets reversed if he dies. So I don't know.
I mean, they said as much too, but she says that she knows that, but she can't let it happen either way.
Right. Yeah, it's hard as a parent to watch your child go through that. It's hard, it's scary, like there's no way. So she literally just blows her whole load in front of everybody, and she's like, this is my name, this is what killed me. But she's doing it in like story format, like she's really drawing it out, like telling her whole story. And then her regret was her baby's name, because she didn't get to name her baby when she died. She got to name him now. But if she dies, it'll get reversed, and he won't have the name that she picked, because her mother-in-law hated that name, wanted a different name, and originally her husband agreed and was like, yeah, I like that name better. But she had convinced her husband, no, this name is really important. It has a lot of meaning. Let's talk it out. And so the husband eventually came around. But obviously, if she dies, all that gets undone. No more baby names. So that's her regret. is not like getting to name the baby, and that really fucking sucks. So now 2 people know all of her information. Us, because we were there, and number 12. So basically, and that was on a Saturday. So Sunday's the day we get pulled in to the death game. So we're gonna get pulled in tomorrow, and we're gonna have to kill this woman, to mercy kill her, so that number 12 doesn't get our information, because she had our name card. Although that being said, I argued a couple of different ways why it shouldn't really matter that much, but still, we're probably gonna have to do it, which totally sucks. It totally sucks. So we're gonna have to experience a brain aneurysm. Let's go. Mercy killing it is? Yeah, I guess.
I wonder when the freaking thing is gonna start. Does that mean we have to experience giving birth too?
That's a good question, because didn't they say the aneurysm happened like after the fact and not during birth? It would make sense if it happened during birth, but
I think
I think it was after.
she died, they suspect she died shortly after. So, depends.
They did have to C-section her. I'd feel bad if this teenager had to experience a C-section. That bare minimum, she's gonna feel the pain of the aftermath of it, but
I mean, depends on how heavily
it so
medicated
sucks.
she was after the fact.
There's not enough medication in the world to make you not feel that. As soon as, like, if she had an epidural, as soon as that epidural wears off, it's over. It's so over.
Anyways, so yeah, we found out 12 literally will use violence and any means.
He does not give a shit. Threatening a whole NICU full of babies, bro.
And
Disgusting.
And apparently he has some sort of training, because he literally knocked out all the nurses without making a sound, it seems.
Yeah, all the nurses, the security, when they came to check out what had gone down.
No, he didn't knock
he
them
knocked
out.
out so many people.
No, he said that even if security comes, he can easily escape them with the baby. So he was confident in that. He didn't do it. He was gone before they showed up. But
Oh, I thought there was because they heard footsteps in the hallway, so he turned off the lights and like disappeared. And when they looked, more people was knocked out.
no, that was Eggplant. He heard the footsteps and left because of them, but it was Eggplant.
Okay.
And that's when she tells us we should leave, and we leave before security shows up. So yeah, it was Eggplant.
It's so brutal. We have to kill a new mom. Here we go. After getting out, we head back to Lion House. The only thing we speak about on our return journey is about what happened in the nursery. Otherwise, we walk along in silence. Unsurprisingly, I've obtained the same cards as number 12, though I no longer have any desire to eliminate her. Don't say that. Don't let him do it. There's something I want to say to Naomi.
駅まで送るよ。メガネも壊れちゃって帰りは危ないでしょ。はい。ありがとうございます。
Let her stay the night. I spend our journey to the station wondering if I have it in me to say what I want to her. The longer I hold it in, the harder it'll be to say. That's why I need to say it now. It may feel like I'm making up excuses, but I've reached my conclusion.
危ないことはダメって言ったよね。いや、そうじゃなくて。 私が悪かったんだ。認識が甘かった。
Damn, that was the most short-lived partnership ever.
I think we're breaking up with Eggplant.
I didn't mean that type of partnership, but yeah, it was like, you're fired. She just got the job yesterday, bro.
I never once considered that a situation like that could occur so easily. To be fair, I don't think Bleach did either, because he's like, oh my god, he's like attacking people. Why is he doing that? And I'm like,
I mean, given
he's
that
gonna win.
the gangster and the fucking like crazy shark lady was more strategic, I thought people would try to be more strategic, not like, fuck it, let's just start attacking people. It's like
Violence
Jesus.
is the only answer.
You're like, damn, you made this game less fun.
Low-key, he did absolutely make this game less fun, but also he's a massive target because of that. Like, everyone's gonna be like, yo, we gotta get him out. He fucking sucks.
But to be fair, we're the only
He
ones
plays
that
dirty.
we're the only ones that know he did that. The others don't know what he's capable of.
So far.
But I still think he's gonna have a harder time with the mafia guy and the shark lady. He's not. Those methods, like I said, are not gonna work with them.
Yeah, the intimidation thing and the, like, threaten their family. Yeah, okay. Who cares? Threaten their loved ones? Yeah, okay. Who cares? Like, that's how they live their life day to day. This isn't new. Yeah. I figured things might get dangerous, but I failed to see the full picture until tonight.
ナオミが一緒に背負うって言ってくれて、私は救われた。それだけで十分だ。みんな命をかけてる。これからもっと他人を巻き込むことをためらわなくなるかもしれない。だからここからは私一人でやるよ。
Oh god, she is crying. I can't. Who hurt the eggplant?
We did.
Made the pee-pee cry. I nod to reaffirm her presumption. I really couldn't be happier over her decision to help me. It's done far more for me than she could ever imagine. But the more I rely on her, the more danger I'll be putting her in. That's why I force myself to stay silent. Otherwise, I might renege on my statement. I think that's how you pronounce that. Renege. That might be our word of the day. We haven't had a word of the day in a hot minute.
Reneg.
Renege. Go back on a promise, undertaking, or contract.
わかりました。
No?
助けるって言ったのに、守るって言ったのに、私は足を引っ張ってただけで。うん、そんなことはない。ナオミがいなかったら私。でもね、危険にさらすのは嫌なんだ。
I'm gonna not let that through, but I know what you mean, Laura.
You said the word.
No, you're fine. You didn't do anything bad. It was just auto.
It was the auto mod that got it.
And I'm not gonna tell it it's okay in case someone actually comes in here being foul. But yeah, I know what you mean. I don't think I've ever heard it pronounced like that, but I believe that somebody did somewhere.
It's weird that it stopped it, even though it's not the full word. It's just like, huh?
Maybe it's enough.
I guess.
険なことはダメって先輩が最初に言ったの。守れなかったのは私ですから。ごめん、ありがとう。ナオミがいるって思うだけで私は強くなれるから。ここからは一人で大丈夫だから。
I try to guide her to the station after our talk.
いいです。うん、大丈夫です。一人で帰ります。
She makes her way to the station without me. And I can't bring myself to chase after her. I'm certain I'll start to rely on her again if I do. They really want eggplant best girl.
Yeah, we forgot to say it, but you started liking her last time.
I know, it's... Listen. I wasn't ready for her to be actually smart. That kind of fucked me up a little.
It could just be sections. Like, this is her section, then they'll probably have a section for Miharu where
yeah.
do you see her better qualities, I guess. I don't think she has any, but...
What do you mean? She's literally gonna sacrifice herself for us. Is that not a good quality?
Nah, too clingy.
I really should have left our talk until we reached the station, but no, I'm too dumb to think that far ahead. If I had it, then she wouldn't have to walk the streets at night all alone.
Good morning.
Oh, yes, the morning of Sunday morning, the day of sun, when Sunday is here, and nothing goes wrong on Sundays because it's Sunday. Good morning, Sunday. When I wake up the next morning, I feel miserable. I didn't have any dreams last night. Well, I don't think I did anyway. There's no doubt they would have been nightmares if I had any. Maybe that's why I don't remember.
店を開けよう。
Fortunately, I'm able to get the store up and running like normal. Probably because work should keep my mind off of everything else. No, girl, you need to get the hell out of Dodge. You need to get away from that psycho. You and all of your loved ones. You gotta grab Eggplant, you gotta grab Miharu, you gotta grab Mao, and you gotta run!
Yeah, Miharu can... She's a participant, so she can take care of herself.
Brutal.
Listen, she said she would jump...
Because we care about her, she could still be used as like a piece against us. I
mean, I would only say that if she was related to our death or regret.
No, like, to physically threaten, like that man could kidnap them and threaten to kill them.
She can't die.
And then our character is like... You know what, that's fair, but again, our character is gonna be like, don't hurt her! And then, like, fumble. You know
yeah, I was
saying?
like, yeah, she can't die, she's part of the game.
I think it's part of the same crux as, like, the mom couldn't watch her baby be killed even though it wouldn't be permanent. It's the whole, yeah. Just, I don't think people can watch other people suffer even if it's not forever. Before long, it's afternoon. The number of customers dropped significantly around this time thanks to the current lack of a proper food menu. Yeah, exactly, Laura. The torture. What? Oh. What?
Oh. Two. What the hell are you here with?
Her husband?
Oh.
Oh. Kamabuchi Keiko arrives, her baby in her arms. I see no reason to turn them away, so I lead her to an empty table.
So it was.
This is so sad.
Yeah. Your last coffee ever. Here you go.
God! What if she makes it bad? Oh. She orders coffee, so I make. Also, she shouldn't be having coffee!
I don't know.
Man,
I'm
it's
surprised her
fine, it's
baby's out of
whatever.
the NICU. Well, then again, he was in the nursery with everyone. I guess he was in those 3 weeks healthy enough to be transferred to the nursery. I don't know. Because he was prematurely born.
I guess she figures, like, maybe she's thinking logically now that whatever she does today, it won't matter because she dies tonight and everything she's done up until this point is going to get undone.
Yeah, but they allowed her to walk out with the baby.
So they might not have.
Well, I'm saying it was in the nursery with the other baby, so it should be healthy enough that it's with it. It wasn't in, like, a NICU, isolated.
Hopefully. Probably. I would hope so. She orders coffee, so I make sure to brew it like I always do. The last thing I want is to let any of my sadness or sympathy leak into it. I got my sad juice in her coffee.
Yeah, I was like, damn, look.
美味しいわね。
Oh, well, fuck. I'll get the CG of the dying mother.
That is not a newborn.
It's
That
technically
is a
3
cute
weeks.
baby, though.
Yeah, it's technically 3 weeks old, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, picture of the dead mom.
She doesn't order anything for her baby, which isn't surprising. Not like we have anything that a baby could enjoy in the first place.
What do you mean? Babies love coffee.
Yeah, sometimes.
ねえ、少しお話
Salty
します
coffee. Oh god, what are we chatting about? Respectfully. She's the only customer at the moment, so I accept her offer.
実は私ね、カードを見た時からあなたの名前を素敵だって思ってたのよ。
That's a weird thought, but sure.
Well, because she was like a new mom, thinking about names and stuff. Like, oh god, not the music. I'm gonna cry.
凛という字に火。でも夢の世界で見たあなたは不安げなだけの子供で似合っていないって思っちゃったわ。
Oh my god.
ちょっと残念だって思ったの。全然凛としてないなって。
Lady, just because you're about to die doesn't mean you're not gonna scar this bitch for life. What the?
Well,
It's kind of annoying to hear, but I can't really argue with it.
well, if we end up having to kill her ourselves, she'll be scarring us whether she likes it or not.
Okay, you're right, but I'm just. Why do we have to pour salt in the wound? I really must have looked helpless in the dream world.
でもね、実際に会ったあなたは違った。あなたの瞳はあの世界の誰よりも凛としていた。あなたの言葉は誰よりも燃えていた。
Interesting.
恵子さんは
Is she lying?
名前は人に一生寄り添うものって言いましたね。実は私のおばあちゃんも名前に恥じないようにしなって口癖のように言っていました。
I never expected her to remind me of that.
いいおばあちゃんね。ずっと大切にするのよ。あなたの名前を。
She finishes off her coffee along with the train of thought.
一つお願いがあるの。
Is she about to request us killing her? Like, that would be weird. But makes sense.
I mean, it will make our character more likely to do it because I feel like she would lean towards not doing it even though we had the information.
She said as
So
much.
unless we had a choice.
Yeah, she said as much, actually. Which...
Right. Like, she doesn't want to, so...
お願いですか。
Morality check, here we go.
ええ。この手紙を預かってほしいの。それで面倒かもしれないけれど、あなたに書き写してほしい。夫と子供へのメッセージを書いたの。でも、私が脱落したら消えてしまうでしょ。
I mean, that's smart. She's saying that she wants us to write it out, too.
Mom, I threw up.
住所と宛名は中に書いてあるから、それを書いて送ってもらえればいいわ。今晩私が脱落すれば、明日は私が死んでから3週間ということでしょ。この子が生まれてから14日以内に出生届を出さないといけないから、もう名前は決まってしまっているでしょうけれど、せめて思いだけでも伝えたいの。
She avoids referring to Haruki by name for some reason. I can't claim to understand why, but I do recognize the reality that he won't have that name when she's eliminated.
諦めるんですか。
What the fuck is she supposed to do? It's a guarantee she's going to die.
いいえ、あの男の情報を3つ探し出せば身を守れる。これまでも調べなかったわけじゃないのよ。ほとんど結果は出なかっただけで、半ば諦めていたけど、これから
She says as she's having a coffee.
I don't even know how you would start with that guy, honestly. And she has like less than a day. Like, and she started from yesterday most likely after he left, so it's like, how the fuck are you supposed to find out anything?
I don't know.
でもきっと無理。それくらいわかるわ。手伝おうなんて言うのはダメよ。言いませんよ。だってもしあの人に見つかったら今度こそ協力者だと思われます。そしたらそのまま私も狙われる。
Why not? Literally, she's gonna be gone tomorrow. Might as well help her today. I don't know.
私が脱落したら恵子さんのお願い聞けませんから。ええ、ありがとうね。
She reveals a satisfied smile before continuing.
お礼になるかわからないけれど、私が唯一突き止めた情報を教えるわ。
Oh, she did.
あの男の名前はアラン・スコーピオン。親から受け継いだ宝石会社をたった数年で世界規模の企業に持ち上げたインドの若き天才経営者だそうよ。
How the hell did she find that out? Damn. Well, I guess if he's a business owner, then okay. But damn, his name. We have his name.
Oh, that's something.
顔さえわかればすぐに見つかる情報。インターネットにも書いてあるしね。
Oh, she knew his face beforehand. Well, right.
偶然よ。雑誌に目を通していたら彼の写真が載っていたんだもの。選定が始まるずっと前に撮影したものでしょうけど。
アラン・スコーピオン。それがあの人の名前。
His last name is Scorpion.
ええ、
Yeah.
私が教えるのはこれだけ。あなたへのお礼よ。私の脱落が決まったわけではないものね。それに私はあなたにお願いをしたとはいえ、あなたにかけてもいるわ。
Right. There's no need for her to explain what she means. She's entrusted me with something important. I know exactly what that is, too.
それじゃあね。お願い。よろしくね。
And just like that, she leaves. All that remains behind is her letter. I don't feel any sort of pressure from having accepted it. In fact, shouldering her feelings has given me more hope than when I spent my time worrying about having to eliminate the other participants. I can understand what she wants precisely because we haven't spoken much.
リンと
I take a nice big stretch. I'm on my own from this day forward. The last thing I want to do is bring shame to my name. When I return to my room later that night, my book of cards starts to glow again. Oh god, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm a little ready. No, I'm not ready. If she sucked, I would be like, kill her. But this is sad. 12, name, Alan Scorpion. To no surprise, it turns out to be his name card.
Well, yeah, though.
Keiko said that you could find him easily on the internet, so I run a quick search.
I want to see something. Hold on. So I have, yep, my own name, today's name, fire, have her name, cause of death, child's name, have a gold medal's name, and now I have his name.
Yep.
Okay. I was just checking what I had. Alright. Yep, her regret, child name.
I still think it's wild that we don't have Miharu's name.
Ugh, I think it's actually, it has to be that that's not her actual name, because I feel like why wouldn't they even show that she has our name, which makes sense, but still.
Mm-hmm. Little did I expect this many results from a simple name search.
So all we have to do is search what he was doing 3 weeks ago, if possible.
Make some solid, educated guesses.
Yeah.
こんな簡単に
Well, if they're famous, in a way, yeah.
I'm still... we have to cross-reference him with that woman who he knew and killed.
We literally have nothing on her. You don't even have her name or anything.
Oh, that's true. I don't think he ever said her name out loud. That's rough, buddy.
We only have... Yeah, we know that he has these three, and... We also know he has the old man's name, but I guess they don't have it here because we don't know his name. So...
Or so I think, but things get complicated very quickly. There's nothing on him from before he inherited the company at age 16, let alone anything related to how he may have died 3 weeks ago. No need to mention that his regret remains a complete mystery, too.
Wait, we don't know what he was doing 3... God damn it. Well...
He choked on a cup of coffee. But knowing his occupation, where he's from, and especially his name is a big step forward. It may be worthwhile to head back to the library again and look through some newspapers and magazines. As for right now, I've got something more important to do. Transcribing the letter from Keiko.
Yeah, you gotta do that before time runs out.
よし。
Written on the paper are her thoughts and feelings toward her husband and child. She actually didn't write it as herself, but as one of her friends. That means it'll be far less painful for her husband to read compared to one coming directly from her. Writing is nice and tidy. Just reading it feels like I'm getting a glimpse at the sort of life she led.
It could also be the reason she did that is because it's going to be in your handwriting, not hers.
But I feel like, depending on how she worded it, the husband would probably be able to know it was her anyway.
Maybe, yeah.
I involuntarily tear up when I come to her message of thanks to me at the very end of the letter. Ugh, Mom, I threw up. The regret of a mother who couldn't fulfill her duty. The letter never makes it explicit, but those feelings are definitely imbued in her words. I wonder, is a mother's love represented by her determination to live for her child's sake? That would make love the first thing a child receives. I'm sure their name comes after. And their name represents their life, so I'm sure Keiko wants to bestow such a meaning onto her own child. Families work in myriad of ways, but Keiko really is attached to the feelings behind one's name. That's why it ended up being her regret. I recall what she said about my name this afternoon. That's the one and only thing, other than my life, that I received from my mother, according to my gran. In which case, she must have also passed on her determination and love when I was born. I wonder if I'll ever be able to pour that same love into another person. Shake my head to clear the thoughts away before I dive too deeply into them. No point in wading through them when none of the answers are there.
私の未練は
The same applies to this question.
I didn't get to eat that last meal that I left in the fridge for me on my way home.
No!
That's a regret. I was like, no. That was some banger food.
Depressing. Yeah, like it was my mom's lasagna, and then I go and die, and I'm like, fuck! No, the leftovers! The reason I don't know my own regret is because I don't know myself well enough yet. I might be able to take pride in my own life once I learn my regret. But even if I don't make it through... No, scratch that. I know that I want to make it through. Okay, hear me out. What if we end up killing the person who had our regret card and that's how we find out?
That would be like...
Like we kill someone and there's options. It's either we get an information card on somebody else that could be useful, or we get our own regret card and she's like, I need my regret card. I don't know what I regret.
But that's the thing. That would be stupid. I would like, bro.
Yeah, but she's dumb.
He was like, bro, it's of an advantage you don't know your regret. Because if you don't even know your regret, how is someone else going to find your regret?
I don't know myself well enough to know my own regret. That's tragic. Yeah, for real.
So it's like, I swear, if they give us choices, they better let us choose which one we have. If not, I hope she doesn't do something like that. I'll be like, oh my god.
Then you'll be like me, who's been bashing my head against the wall at all the other stupid MCs this whole time, and you're like, nah, but listen, it makes sense. Benefit of the doubt.
Well, to be fair,
kill 'em.
to be fair, I've been more fair. I've been fair to them, but the one that got me the closest is the female ones, actually.
Yeah.
Her, she's fine so far. The first one we did was like, bro, she did some interesting things that were like, nah. No.
Yeah.
But I feel like the others are like, it was either comic for like Love is Higher, and I feel like sometimes like with the twins it was more on the girls. It's like, oh. And then for Happy Maher, he's just tragic, so it's like, oh.
He's really tragic. His existence.
I mean, he does grow at the end, so that's his story complete. So there's that.
Yeah, he always grows in some way, shape, or form.
He literally takes all the routes knowledge and at the end, so.
And grows into a psychopath. I'm just kidding. Turns into Maya. Literally.
Yeah, when you figured out they had the same spot, you're like, no. He's like, I mean, it makes sense. They're brother and sister.
Yeah, it's rough out here. In these streets. Tell me your own regret. I don't know. Your guess is as good as me. Yeah, someone has a gun to like her best friend's head. It's like, tell me or I kill her. She's like, listen.
Listen, I don't even know my
You
death.
have a better chance of guessing my regret than I do at this point. You do it.
I'll be like, listen, I don't even know how I died. I don't even have a card for that. So, your guess is
what do
good.
you want from me?
Yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna give a decent reason as to why she's the only contestant with amnesia, or if it's just gonna be the generic, we need her to be blank slate MC. Amnesia,
well,
you know.
As far as I think it could play to that, but we know that we forgot. Because of how...
Yeah, we sure did.
I guess, because I guess it kind of makes sense for the others, because if you think of the way how we died, it's very like violent and like holy shit, and she's a normal high school versus like someone like the mafia guy who probably expected, because I don't know if he said how he died, but they died on the boat, but
yeah,
and so did the shark lady. And now we know about 12. Like, their deaths probably were, like, no, not 100% surprise to them. given how they live. So I don't think they will have that much trauma from it and block it out. The only one who could probably block it out would be Maharu, like us. But given how she seemed like she knew all along, I don't think she blocked it out.
Right.
I don't know if we're the special case and we're the only ones that blocked it out, because it seems like it. I think it's just
I'm pretty
because
sure the goddess said as much, because when we went into week 2, when the game was going down, and she's like, "Wait, you don't know what's going on?" We're just like,
yeah,
"No."
yeah. It seems like we're the only ones.
What the hell?
You
Yeah.
can chalk it up to probably how traumatic it was compared to everyone else's.
Potentially. But that's what I'm wondering, is I'm wondering if they're going to give us the reason, or if it's just going to end up being kind of like because I'm like you, where I can kind of reason it away. I can kind of make up the excuse, like both through physical and mental trauma. It's gone for sure. Because you live through an explosion, you're gonna have head trauma,
Yeah.
is all I'm saying. So I think there could be an explanation. I just don't know if they're going to give it. I'm curious.
Who knows?
Reading Keiko's letters helped me to finally find the resolve I need. We're gonna kill her.
何者かわからないまま死ぬのは嫌だよ。
Oh, girl. Should Keiko be eliminated tonight, I'll mail this letter the very next morning. That'll be my top priority. Once I make that decision, the day begins to wind down.
Time for divine selection. Yay.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I don't want to be here. There stands Alan, as emotionless as ever. What a prick.
I love how now that we know his name, we're like, hey, Alan. I mean,
Thank you, Alan.
like in our head, but like, I hope she doesn't
Yeah.
accidentally. God, I hope she doesn't accidentally say his name. Because if
That
he,
would probably make him target us next for sure, instead of just us having a hunch he will. But also, it could be in our
You cut it
benefit
out.
to yell his name out loud while everyone's here, because then that might cause the people who have at least one other of his information cards to target him.
that is true, but
It's like a Hail Mary. It's a huge gamble.
that is true. But will they allow us to yell it out? I mean, they stopped.
know.
They stopped us
They
before.
said don't, but yeah.
They stopped us before we said Miharu's name.
Yeah, I think that was because they knew it was about to be a mistake, and they gave us like a quick warning of like, hey, you probably don't want to do that, not like, hey, you're not allowed to do that.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But fuck you, Alan. It's funny because I know an Alan. It should go without saying, but this is in the court of fate.
ごきげんよう運命の奴隷の皆様
Yeah,
I
dude,
love being a slave.
you're just gonna do that every time, aren't you?
It sure is. A voice rings throughout the court, clear as a bell.
Her and her shit-eating grin.
You definitely don't like her.
That's the thing.
Parker
I
arrives-
don't
Uh-huh.
dislike her. I kind of like how she looks when she does this face, but I don't like what she's doing, I guess. There's not
Right.
enough to know about her. I don't know if she's taking pleasure in this or it's like, this is gonna happen anyway, so I might as well enjoy myself. Or she's actually doing it. Like, who knows? I don't know how all this works.
Fair enough.
But she clearly is not. She's okay with what's going on. So
Right. Parka arrives to greet the participants, her innocent smile and ongoing deception.
この選定も今宵で3度目。順調に進んでいた選定もそろそろ不協和音が響く頃でしょうか。
Girl, quit stirring the pot. Stop it.
相変わらず君は思わしげなことを言うね。本当は何も考えていないだけなんだろう。
Yaru.
Listen, number two. I love how they don't put her name, they put girl two.
あら、そうだとしてあなた様に関係がありまして。
Fair.
Alan stares at number two as she talks with Parka. His gaze shifts between her and the girl beside her, number one. Ah, shit.
Why are you talking like you're third person?
He's piecing it together. Huh?
Why are you talking in like it doesn't concern you? He's like, and number one. She's like, oh wait, that's me.
I think this is more narrator than in her voice, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we switch to a different Pav and they just haven't explained who's Pav. He deduces that they are acquaintances, having noticed them conversing during the first night.
Well, fuck.
But yeah, it's over. Number two is proven to be far more wary than he imagined, with little to show from his information hunt on her. Meanwhile, number one is willing to risk herself for the sake of another participant.
Wait, are you doing it from her perspective? Hi, whatever.
Parka?
Arca?
Maybe, I don't know.
Number two has proven to be far more wary than. Is that a typo?
Wary?
No, has proven to be far more wary than he imagined.
Uh-huh.
Is that supposed to be a typo or?
Are you talking about wary? I don't think so.
Okay, why does it say
like
he?
wary to- Number 12.
Oh,
Because
number two
they're
has proven.
saying number 12 figured out that they were acquaintances from the first night. And then according to his research, blah, 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 number two is proven to be far more wary than he
Oh.
imagined, little to show for his information hunt on her. Meanwhile, number one is willing to risk herself for the sake of another participant. So this is like they're talking about his number 12's analysis of the
Okay.
situation. Eliminating her should prove to be an easy task. He has no doubts about that. And yet he finds himself curious about her.
Us? Oh, why? Why?
She chose to stand in his way when he had Keiko cornered. For reasons unknown even to him, the fire in her eyes back then was so...
So, it's from his perspective, I'm guessing.
It could be.
それでは今宵も選定を始めましょう。
No
What?
thank you.
Do I have this image?
No thank you, can we go home?
Do I have this image?
No thank you, no more selection. Good night.
No, I don't have this image. I feel like I've seen it before, but for some reason I don't have it saved. Oh well.
Now we will. Ellen's train of thought is interrupted by the goddess's announcement.
Okay, so it was his perspective. Okay.
Realizing that such thoughts are but a hindrance, he focuses instead on the matter at hand.
回れ運命の大時計よ。
Please let us be the one to do it.
Clock's movement signals the beginning of this night's election process, and it starts with number one. Come on, bud. The goddess claims that one's position on the dial provides neither advantage nor disadvantage, but Alan disagrees. Should two participants elect the same person, one can earn priority by revealing a card about oneself. However, the higher your numeral, the easier it is to prevent that situation from occurring. The only reason to take such a risk is when one knows that the person they plan to elect is in possession of a card one needs. To that effect, as number 12, Alan feels that he has a significant advantage. Alan considers the idea that number 1 will opt to elect Keiko. Should she be in possession of all 3 of Keiko's cards, she could create a situation where both she and Alan elect Keiko. It would be a win-win situation for her, as it would result in either Keiko's survival or one of his personal cards being revealed. Why would she survive?
I guess if they eliminate... I guess when you're up there, she doesn't have to reveal her cards to her. So she can choose not to do anything.
I guess that's true, because the other girl tried to, like, grovel.
You mean the guy?
Or the guy, excuse me, the guy. Yeah, when the girl was killing the guy and he was trying to, like, bribe her with money and shit, like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. It's like... So they must be able to back out.
Yeah.
That's why he has no intention of electing Keiko, should number 1 do so. The risk of being caught up in a simultaneous election far outweighs the benefit of gaining one of the cards Keiko possesses. He's well aware of his position within society, so he fully expects that Keiko has already discovered his name. It is likely that she's revealed this information to number 1 as well. However, his name is the only thing she should have been able to find out about him. As such, should number 1 have to eliminate Keiko, she will gain no new information about him.
私は指名しません。
It's over. It's so over. It's so over. Oh, why are we so dumb? Number 1 passes on electing her. This comes as no surprise to Alan. In fact, the odds of this happening were far higher than the scenario he anticipated earlier.
Oh my fucking... Oh, fine.
Because we're a pussy. Oh no. As the clock hand spins round, number 11, who had elected someone last time, passes as well. That woman happens to be the one he is most wary of. It is plain to see that she's a far cry from ordinary, not only due to the body of hers, but also because of her attitude. For instance, she blows him a kiss as the clock hand slows to a halt in front of him. This speaks volumes about her character.
挑発には乗らない。
He mutters under his own breath, preventing anyone from hearing him.
あなた様はいかがですか？
僕は8番の女を指名する。
It's so over.
If nobody gets elected, the night just ends.
He states his intention with apathy. In the next moment, the platform he stands on rumbles and begins to ascend.
Oh god. He even said it was a win-win situation for us. There's no... whatever, it's fine.
It's so over. Both his and Keiko's platforms rise to the upper stratum. The goddess appears before them there, her face contorted into a wry smile. Keiko's composure serves as a bit of a surprise to Alan. It's hard to believe that she could be so composed after the despair she put on display that he obtained her name card. Much like Ro before her, he expected to hear some emotional wailing.
それでは指名をどうぞ。
This marks Alan's second time electing someone, so he is acquainted with the process. Once his cards have gathered in front of him, he has only to read out the relevant ones. But all of his current cards... Wait. But of all of his current cards, those related to Ro have lost their glow. Okay, so he keeps the cards, they're just like grungy.
稽古亀淵死因は脳出血だ
I hate that. Ah. I'm really mad. Ugh.
Her cards react as he reads them aloud.
未練は
ねえ、あなたにも親がいるでしょ。家族がいるでしょ。
Her question interrupts his process.
余計なことを話すな
私は脱落して元の死の文明に戻るけれど怖くはないわ。息子がいるもの。ほんのわずかな時間だったけれど私は母親だった。名前はつけてあげられなかったけれどきっと強く育つわ。名前はその人の本質ではなくあくまで願望希望だもの。あなたにも名前をつけた両親がいるでしょう。ご両親のためにもせめて無関係な人を傷つけるのはやめてちょうだい。
Oh.
両親のためにすでに死んだ親のために何かできるとでも死んだら全てが終わり無だだから生きている人間はすべからく自分の目的を達成するために生きているべきだ
Alan finds himself infuriated by Keiko's words. His face may remain emotionless, but his eyes scream another story.
自分のためにそして守るべきものを守るために僕は何だってする無関係の人間を殺そうが無関係なところでどんな嘆きが生まれようがそれこそ僕には無関係なことだ
His tone is bitter. While her words have riled him up, he never allows his emotions to slip off his tongue. He feels that he's handled the situation in a controlled manner. However, Keiko offers him a smile before continuing.
あなた無理してるわね。
お前の未練は子供の名前だ
He says this to cut her off. Next, the three cards whose contents he spoke aloud float away from him. Once they reach the middle of the Court of Fate, they come together and form a triangular shape. Once in formation, they begin to emit a white light one by one. Alan knows what comes next, so he closes his eyes and allows it to happen. It's like, yippee, a brain aneurysm. How fun. Oh, but I don't want to stall. The event took place in an intensive care unit. A nurse carried a sleeping newborn over to its mother. Oh my god, she died holding her baby. I'm gonna throw up. No!
Play the song, someone. Do it.
Its voice. Shut up. Its voice, that of an angel. Its existence, the very concept of hope made flesh. What the hell? This is fucked up. One couldn't say for certain whether or not her final words were heard at all.
Name は希望じゃない。人を縛る鎖だ。
Oh my god, shut up!
Were you talking to him or?
It doesn't matter! All of you shut up!
The voices. No.
Don't talk to me! This fucking flesh prison! I'm trapped! And I just want this guy to die. No. Hold on, I can't see.
Ah, crap.
What do you mean, aw crap?
Look what it says.
I can't see! What do you mean, look what it's- I
Look!
just told you!
Open your
I
eyes!
can't see!
Open your
Shut
eyes! Open up!
That is the reason why Alan prefers to take name cards from those he eliminates.
The only card we know that she has of a name card is ours.
Let's hope she has somebody else's name too. Let's just... Maybe she also has Miharu's name. Which would be crazy. He is fully aware that regret cards are the most difficult to obtain. Regardless, he believes with full sincerity that names chain their bearers down. That one can come to understand another by knowing their name. 1. Name. 3. Regret.
Oh, he has 3's regret, and we have 3's name.
10. Cause of death. Didn't we already kill 10? Who did he kill?
1, 2, 3.
I don't
4,
remember who
5,
killed
6,
in the first
7,
round.
8, 9, 10. We don't even know who 10 is. But we... No. This guy's dead, and she's dead, and this one just died, so... What he just said means that he's gonna take our name card. He could get an easy regret. Oh, whatever. Oh, she had more.
Well, that's him. 12 name.
Oh, yeah.
やはり知られていたか。だが
Sticking to his beliefs, he has already decided which card to take.
Oh, no.
It's over. Dun 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 dun.
You're... This even...
Kill us now. Dun dun dun. Dun.
You know what makes me madder? That she had 3's regret, and we have 3's name, so we could have literally gotten his regret, had his name. The second we know his cause of death, boom. Easy.
Yeah.
Ugh. It's fine.
Bummer, dude.
It's fine. It's not fine, but it's fine.
It's pretty shit. It kind of sucks here. Number 12 returns to the court, having finished his election.
Now we know he's gonna target us.
Yeah. It is such a safe thing to assume from her standpoint, as well as ours, where we know more. He chose to take my name card.
Plus, he knows that she most likely shared our name with us. So we know each other's names. He knows that. And we know that.
Of all the options he had, Alan Scorpion purposefully took my name card. Keiko likely had cause of death and regret cards as well, so he must have gone with me because he's already met me in person. I had the option of electing Keiko too,
Why did it?
but I'm a dumbass.
I hate it.
Had he still tried, I could have created a situation where either Keiko would survive or he would have to reveal one of his personal cards.
Exactly. Oh my god.
But I notice an inherent flaw in the number system because of that. I can say for sure that he would never have elected her if I had done so.
Yeah?
君の名前を
She doesn't know.
大丈夫
She's about to get so mad. Miharu glares at him. I'd likely do the same if he'd gone for her name. But I'm not glaring. I pierce him with my eyes instead. Yeah, I didn't stare him down, I just stared him down. Not only do I already know his name, but we've already met, and he also knows the area I live in. It was only a matter of time before he found out my name. To my own surprise, I'm not shaking. His presence is as imposing as ever, but I can now stare him dead in the eyes without issue. Because you know you're gonna fucking die. It's my way of telling him, bring it on.
やはり似ているな。
Of what? The resemblance of what? What? What does that mean?
What does
I
he
don't
mean?
bother to ask what he means by that. You should ask him what he means. What does he mean by that, chat?
I mean, to be
What does
fair,
it
he
mean?
wasn't gonna answer it even if we did ask, but like, what the
He's
fuck?
trying to speak to me, I know it.
He's trying to speak in a language I don't understand.
We already know he's speaking in a language we don't know, but we understand. I can't say for sure whether or not he's shouldering a story of his own, but right now I have zero desire to exchange words with him.
それでは今宵の脱落者は1名
I
これを
think
もって選定を終了といたしましょう
I
He
think
had to have known our parents, right? What the fuck did our parents do before they died?
okay.
Are
It
they
doesn't
dead, or
have
did they
to.
just abandon
They died.
us? I don't remember what happened.
She said they died in a car accident shortly after she was born.
Like, what resemblance?
It could just be that her, because he keeps talking about her eyes, the way she stares at him with the resolve. It could be just how how the resolve in her eyes is similar to someone he knew, not actually like we look like someone he knew.
So is that him giving away a really shitty hint at his, like, regret then? Is that...
Depends.
Because that'd be so cheap. With how careful he is and he does that, that's crazy.
Given that, well, to be fair, if it is a cheap way, it could be because he was already riled up from eliminating her. Because he
Yeah,
even
maybe.
said that basically got under his skin, but he chose not to show his emotions.
I wonder if he had like a little sister or something. I'm gonna throw that out there.
She's not. Anyways, but like, if it is a hint to it, which I don't know what the frick we would do with it, I can see why he let it slip given what just happened. So, yeah.
Yeah, the residuals of the brain aneurysm, his head's still not working right. He's like,
No, I
oh,
meant
God,
that. I meant that
he's
she
fucking
pissed.
drooling on himself, and then it's just like the resemblance. It's like, bruh.
No, I meant that
No,
she
I know.
pissed him off.
Oh. Shortly after, Parka brings an end to tonight's round.
Oh yay! I got a trophy. 3rd week, yay! I'm still. I think what's going to piss me off about this is how she's playing the game. That's gonna piss me off. Everything else, I think I'm gonna be
Yeah.
fine with. How she's playing the game is going to infuriate me.
Yeah. I'm there with you, for sure. I'm a little sad that they didn't, like, let us choose and that doesn't somehow lead to routes. You know what I'm saying?
I know what she's saying, where she's like, "Oh, there's a flaw where he doesn't have to elect, meaning that we get to elect." Which she says that she doesn't have to eliminate her, which I guess you can choose not to do, but you're just prolonging the inevitable. I say she's going to get eliminated by him regardless. And sure, I guess technically you can save her by not eliminating her. But if you do that for each week, I feel like you're just showing that you're what you're doing, which is not. You can't go through with it, which also puts a target on you. So you might as well eliminate her.
There's that, and then if you ever need to eliminate somebody else, no matter what, you would have to leave her vulnerable unless she found somebody else to serve as her shield as well.
True. And like I
But
said,
there was no reason for her not to do that this time around. That was absolutely silliness. That I don't know.
like, even if you don't want to go for Three's Regret, which I feel like you should have went because you don't want to put a target on your back for someone else, there was still 10's cause of death, I think they said, and she also had someone's regret, which she could have went for. No, she had 3's regret, which is what I was arguing she can get. Someone's cause of death and our name. Yeah. So, I don't know. She could have went for 10, or she could have just tried to close in on 3. But, oh my god, I feel like there's just, like, no reason why she shouldn't have done it.
Yeah. Other than she's a pussy. It makes no sense.
I
wake up feeling refreshed. I must have gotten a good night's sleep for the first time in a while. That's foul. That's so disgusting. What the hell? You got a good night's sleep after watching this mom get fucking murdered, and now you have to send her family her dying words? Shut the hell up. And you could have saved her too. Just stop it.
Oh man,
Oh, I
that
slept so good. That's some shit you would say.
damn, that was amazing. That sleep was great. It's something I would say.
I slept great. How's everybody else? And we all look like death, and our eyes are puffy from crying, and like we're so dehydrated, and the world fucking sucks. And you're just like, I don't know, fucking Snow White waking up out of her princess slumber.
I would just be like, damn guys, skill issue much?
God. What is that? has been eliminated, but I don't feel sad about it. Just empty.
Congrats. I don't know what to say to that.
Oh. Oh no. My eyes wander over to my table. Yeah, where the letter that you have to mail today is. You better feel like shit. Both the letter I received from Keiko and the one I had written are both there. Oh. However, when I get up and take a closer look at Keiko's letter, its contents have vanished.
Oh, so we just have paper.
Okay, we'll check the one you wrote just in case. Her actions during divine selection, as well as their effects, have been erased. I next check my transcription of her letter and confirm that it remains intact. This proves that those eliminated will be remembered by other participants, but their actions at large will be undone. However,
世界は完全には変わらない。
don't you say that like some fucking chuny out here, like, I'm gonna save the day. No, stop it. You let that woman die and then you slept like a baby. You shut the hell up.
Yeah, they worded it. Like, I get what they were trying to go for, but it's like, you kind of worded it weird, bro.
Yeah, that was foul.
I slept great.
Wow. Best sleep I've had in a long time. What? At least feel bad about it. You can admit that you slept well and just be like, damn, I feel kind of bad that I slept that good or something. Like, I don't know, dude. God.
Good sleep's rare. We take those no matter what happens.
The later.
The later. The later.
The letter she gave me still being here proves that much. I have been eliminated. Wait, had I been eliminated, chances are that my letter wouldn't have disappeared either. Just that I had written on it. That's interesting. Now I have to think about what that means, because if you can move things around, just anything that you do to like physically alter the thing, it disappears.
It could be
so
that...
like hypothetically, say if you had stolen the baby and put it somewhere else and killed it, the baby would be unkilled, but it would still be stolen.
I don't know, because the letter remains because she handed it to another participant, but of course what she wrote on it disappears, so it's like its physical form is still there. Maybe that's why.
I'm curious, yeah.
Maybe if he like handed it to another participant and that participant put it somewhere else, then he killed it, then because our participant moved it, it still moved. That type of shit.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, okay. In other words, that goddess can't rewrite the world's events completely. That might explain why Naomi has a faint recollection of an event that is supposed to have been undone.
That's true. Because it's heavily connected with us. Mm-hmm. And we're here.
Speaking of Naomi, I'm curious to learn how much she remembers about Keiko.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we should test that, see if she remembers.
Yeah, Eggplant's trauma will be erased, and we just have to carry the whole damn thing. Can't bring myself to ask her, though. I'd rather she remain as uninvolved as possible.
Fucking... Please.
Naomi.
I end up shouting their names without thinking.
Why are you so bad? Please play
Let's
the
hope
game.
Yeah, let's hope that foreign guy isn't just like staking out her window or some shit and just hear her yell 2 names and he's like, great, one of those is probably one of them. I can't help myself considering the circumstances. Yes, you can! You sure can! I grit my teeth and rush to get ready for school. Why?
Oh.
I come across Naomi right as I arrive at the school gate. It's a bit awkward seeing her now after what happened last week. Regardless, I try to act as I usually would and say good morning to her.
おはようございます、先輩。私も今日から本格的に文化祭の準備を始めることにしました。看板とか装飾とか考えないといけませんし。
She seems awkwardly okay.
She doesn't have her glasses on and she has that thing in her hair. She didn't have that side ponytail.
I know. I'm curious about that. And I'm curious why she thinks her glasses are broken, specifically, or if she thinks she just lost them. Because she'd probably believe that she lost them, like misplaced them.
頼りないかもしれないですけど、頑張ります。
That's insane that you're having the most normal conversation of all time right now.
だから来月の文化祭には先輩も絶対来てくださいね。
うん、もちろんだよ。
I notice a remarkable difference she's made between Saturday and now. She seems to have changed her hairstyle as well.
そういえば、ナオミ、コンタクトにしたの。
はい、もともとコンタクトにしようって思ってましたので、メガネ割れちゃったのが
Okay, she
偶然いい
remembers.
きっかけになりました。
But why the hair? After that exchange, we both make our way into the building separately.
It could be something, given what we said. She could be trying to change more to be someone to rely on more.
You can tell she's tiptoeing around what happened last week. Something else is on my mind all throughout the day at school. Has Keiko's son been born following her elimination? That's why I make my way to the hospital, figuring they will at least tell me that much. As it turns out, he has indeed been born. But at the same time, they informed me that Keiko passed away 3 weeks ago. That knowledge gained, I take a seat in the lounge to collect myself.
Oops,
It's not easy to
Okay. I thought I fast forwarded.
not easy to deal with learning that someone's died.
あれ、嘘。
When I sit down, a man wearing a suit and carrying a baby passes by. He must have just gotten it examined.
あの、
Yeah, turns out it's Keiko's husband. Never spoken to him before, but I summon the courage to do so now. I don't want to keep him for too long, so the conversation only lasts around 5 minutes. His mother lives close by, he claims, so she's currently taking care of the baby. He left work early today since it needed an examination, though. Since it needed an examination, because it's surely not your baby boy.
No, she's the one explaining it, so she's calling it it.
Said he wants to do as much for the baby as he can. I was worried considering what Keiko had said about her mother-in-law wanting to give the baby a more trendy name, but she actually sounds like a nice lady.
Well, yeah, like, it's just a name.
She's just basic. Baby's name, however, really takes me by surprise. Please, please, is this still Haruki? Yes! Yes! Good husband! Let's go! Kamabuchi Haruki. Through some miracle, he's ended up being given the name that Keiko wanted him to have. Keiko must have told her husband about the reason behind her naming choice while she was still alive. The K in Keiko represents a type of olive plant in China, as well as Japan's katsura trees. Her name is in reference to how pleasant smells are associated with sincerity. Not only that, but also because her parents wanted her to be as healthy and sturdy as a katsura tree.
Oh, well.
Having remembered that after Keiko's death, her husband told his mother that he wanted to decide on the baby's name himself. He wanted to give the child a name linked to trees, like his mother, but couldn't think of anything appropriate. Because he wanted his son to be straightforward and earnest, he decided to use the kanji for tree, then added Haru at the beginning, since the child was born in spring, thus Haruki. Wow. I think back to what Keiko had written in her letter.
私はカツラの木のように健康で丈夫ではいられなかったけれど、そうありたいと願い続けていました。名前は親から子に与える願いであり、希望です。あなたにつけられた名前の意味をずっと大切に思い続けてください。
I make my way back to Lion House once our conversation ends.
You gave him the letter, right? Right?
Yeah, so that letter's gonna be hella awkward, but
I mean, you still named it, right? So it's like, it's still like, it's still her last words to her husband, child.
right, but from an awkward quote-unquote friend's perspective, like, it's just gonna be awkward to read because the letter was written under the assumption that they had chosen a different name. Damn, that's gonna hurt to read. I can't sit and twiddle my thumbs anymore. From here on out, I need to act with dignity. My guy.
My guy. Oh my god, I can't.
3 days? Oh my god. We've done nothing in 3 days. 3 days have now passed since Keiko's elimination. In terms of information, I'm at a bit of a standstill.
You know, you would have had more information if you freaking got one of her cars, but no.
I planned on doing more research on Alan, but finding the time has proven difficult considering I can't just close the store. Yes, you can!
Bro.
You really can, actually. Remember how, like, your grandma's just letting you do that because you want to, but it's more of a hobby?
Plus, barely anyone shows up. You're telling me in the downtime you don't have time? Bro.
Time isn't the only issue either. There's also the fact that I just plain suck at doing proper research.
Oh my god. You had eggplant for this. Just... Ugh. Just use her for research and nothing else. If she wants to help with anything else, you say no.
Yeah, literally. I'm aware that I can't let things go on like this.
3 days.
よし
I decide to close the store and head to the library for a bit today. I can look for business reports and interviews that involve him, maybe. I have to force myself not to consider how much easier it would be if Naomi were with me.
Fucker.
Theory, she actually wants to die. That's fire.
And she's
That's
claimed
big
she doesn't.
bars, actually. Well, what she said was she doesn't understand why she has any more right to live than anybody else. Because everybody's fighting for something, and she's just like, I'm just a guy.
Well, she proclaimed that she doesn't want to die before she understands herself, so there's that.
Yeah, like, she's getting there. She'll have a reason eventually, but I think she's probably the most apathetic player that we're aware of at this point.
I guess, but still, it's like, oh my god. Like if we meet the old man and he's not doing anything, I would, but he's like accepted it, he doesn't care, he's like, oh well. I would be like, okay, fine, he's old, he's like accepted death,
Yeah.
yada yada, so maybe
Yeah,
he's
he lived
content.
a life.
Maybe he was
Mhm.
content on how he died, so he's like, you know what? It is what it is. That would make sense, but she's in this wishy-washy where she wants to live, she doesn't do anything for it, and she makes choices that go against it. I'm like, please.
Strangles her. Here, I'll make the choice for you. I'll kill you again.
She can't
Don't
die,
worry
Dor-
about it, Bestie. I got you.
but that's the thing, she can't die.
Sure she can.
She cannot die during this divine selection period is going on. Wait, let me read this.
Oh yeah, after closing up the store and before going to the library, I come across an unexpected scenario.
Huh?
New scenario drops. A lone girl is lying on the pavement. Looks like she's passed out. Oh shit. I hope it's the Unabomber. Oh! 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 Oh, it's the other one!
Frick is my save. Okay, there we go.
You get too flustered to save. Why is this a choice?
Because I guess it's like, do you want to talk to her because you're putting yourself at risk? Because sure, she's a girl from the game, but she also knows you're from the game, so you could try to avoid her. It's like,
I don't
do you
know
want?
what this has to do with routes. Like, I don't know which one we have to pick to stay on Miharu's route.
I don't care anymore about her route.
I know, but because think about how many times we'd have to replay this just to get to the right answer if we fuck this up. You know
I
what
think.
I'm saying?
Didn't we say that we were just gonna do it naturally? If we don't end up on her route, I'll just look it up next time. We can just get on it fast.
Okay. Okay, let's talk this out. Because realistically, if I were in this scenario, I would want to talk to her. But I don't trust our character to not fuck this up.
That is true, but
So I would say she should stay as far away from all these people as humanly possible and just wait for Miharu to do the dirty work
that is true. But
until the end.
at the same time, I mean, it could also be a trap. Why is she just randomly laying? But we don't know. It is a child, so I don't know.
It's a child, they're passed out.
I don't know. I feel like as long as she doesn't, which, knowing her, maybe, as long as she doesn't say her freaking name, she should be fine.
I hope she's strapped with another bomb. Let's do it. Let's run it back.
Yeah, we'll talk.
She wasn't even the one that did it, but imagine the one that did do it just strapped her up with a bomb and is sitting in a bush somewhere, like waiting to detonate.
They can't die. I don't know what happens if
Yeah,
things blow up.
I know,
like,
but like, I just literally, I'm so with Laura. Like, let's test the theory. That was the first thing I thought as soon as I said that, and I will not let go. It's like, okay, we can't die. How far does that go? Like, can I drain literally all the blood from my body and still be fine? Like, obviously I'm not fine, but I'll be fine. Like, how does that, you know, how... Whatever.
If I had to
Anyway.
guess, they would
So if
reverse
you're,
it.
like, blown into chunks, how do they fix that?
I guess they would reverse it. That it doesn't happen.
Maybe they just make the bomb defective. Like, they edit it on the fly, like they hit the plunger, but something's faulty in the machinery and it doesn't go
They
off.
could.
And they're like, you're not allowed.
Yeah. Also, Laura's
Alright.
saying that we should talk to her too.
Okay. Are we kind of all in agreement? Because I feel like we're all morbidly curious to at least talk to her. We're
Yeah.
just not exactly sure if that's a good idea.
I say we talk to her.
Okay, yeah, we roll. Jumps off roof, maybe. Could do.
あの
Excuse me, what's your name, little girl? Just tell me.
Yeah. Do you remember your name? What year is it? Do you remember how you died?
Just right away. Wait a minute. Like, ask her, "Are you okay?
have
What's your
any-
name?" Before she
Yeah.
turns around.
Who's the Japanese prime minister, and what's your biggest regret in life?
Yeah. I'm just testing if you have a concussion. Don't worry about the questions.
I tap her on the shoulder and call out to her with concern in my voice, and she stabs me. Why are they all finding her?
I don't freaking know. To be fair, the two we've met previously haven't found her. I mean, to be fair, it's kind of made sense because Miharu we knew, and then next we find the lady that she had her name, and she was in a hospital close by, and then the guy Alan we knew because he was going after her. This one I feel that it's a little random, but what it is, what it is.
I mean, she might have one of her. I don't know why she would know it was her.
No, they've met each other in that room, so she's seen her face. I don't know how she would. If she lives in the area, she could have been aware of us for a while now, I guess.
Maybe. I really don't know. Check it in the fucking bucket. All right. She reacted to my voice, so I know she's conscious at least. At first, I thought I'd have to call an ambulance, but it looks like there's no need. Yeah, just walk the 10 minutes with her like with the other one. After a while, she turns to look at me. Oh god, her eyes are pretty. Send help. It's over. I feel myself turn pale as her face is revealed in the sunlight. Oh yeah, she just now noticed. You're the one. It's you.
Gut puncher. Ugh.
I've seen her 3 times, not just anywhere, but in the dream world at the court of fate. This is number 10. You.
まさか名前があなたにも知られて
Bro, don't jump to these conclusions. Still a child. Anyways.
If that's the case, this is bad. It would mean I've spent too much time on things other than the divine selection.
That would be funny. It's like, bro, you're so trash. A child found you first. Literally, someone younger than her is ahead of you. Get with the program.
I was so caught up in investigating Alan that I forgot about all the other participants. They're just like, there's only one man, must kill, then we win.
I mean, I can understand because he's the most dangerous, but like, come on.
はい、
Yeah.
ソーニャはソフィア・プリズネツィ
Whoa.
エクセーブナと申すものであります。長いからソーニャ。
Just like that? Damn. Alright. Don't be an idiot and give her your name. She just, like, outwardly gave her name.
She doesn't even stand up to introduce herself. Yeah, like that's the problem about the interaction that just happened, is she's being rude. Like
Help her up.
I guess we win these?
いや、それはおかしいだろ。
Okay. I felt like you could add to that. Axe that in another way.
I insult her almost out of instinct.
You're right in the head, bro.
Can you blame me? No participant should just introduce themselves like that.
Bro, it's a child.
一つお願いがあります。
Okay, wait.
I hope she says kill me. I hope she says
Okay,
just
wait.
end me. Oh,
Wait.
bro.
I can understand the name. What the hell is she doing?
I say nothing, so she keeps on going.
お腹が空いて動けなくなってしまったのであります。何かご飯を食べさせてください。
Alright.
She asked for a meal in a very stilted manner of speaking. Based on the blonde hair and blue eyes, I presume she's from Russia or somewhere else in Northern Europe. You presume from the blonde hair and blue eyes and not that her name is like Sophia Russian?
Sophia Russian. Yeah. Sophia
Dude, pull her
Russian.
name back up. That was some of the most like Slavic shit, but not like real Slavic, but like people pretending to sound Slavic.
Hey, where's the log? Ah, screw it.
はい。ソーニャは
Sophia
ソフィア・プリズネツ
Prisnitz
ィエクセーブナ
Alexievna. Like, huh?
長いからソーニャと呼んでください。
Gave us our whole fucking legal name.
They even tried to have her speak the name with kind of a Slavic accent, even though you know that's just a Japanese person. But like, yeah. Anyway.
お腹
Anyways. She shouldn't be able to understand or speak Japanese without the aid of her card book either. You don't know, maybe she fucking learned Japanese. However, unlike Alan, there are noticeable flaws in her language fluency. I don't even have my book on me right now, which must mean
日本語がわかる？
はい。日本は大好きであります。
Frickin' weeb.
that's what I'm saying. A dumb child.
すみませんが、空腹が限界を迎えそうであります。
Oh, she's gonna go into low power mode until we feed her.
おしゃべりできなくなりま た。
She shuts her mouth after dropping that bombshell as if her battery has run out of juice.
Alright, well, this is interesting. I would feel bad about killing the child, but you know, it's like, if she's giving us this information, who are we to say no?
Free. I do feel sorry for her, so I end up taking her to a nearby family restaurant. There's plenty to eat at Lion House, but letting another participant in probably isn't the smartest course of action, thus I brought her here instead.
Fair enough.
She's already there. What more is she gonna learn? I'm shocked to learn that she seems to have told the truth about her name. I checked my book before leaving, and lo and behold, I attained a new card.
Heck yeah, easy claps. Why? Oh. Well, they show her, but why are we not given the card? Whatever.
She hasn't uttered a single word after her food-related shutdown, so I order her some spaghetti bolognese and Salisbury steak. Those seem like safe bets for someone her age. When the food does arrive, Sonia's body shoots up straight as an arrow.
いただきます。
What?
She said it so normal. She said the normal, like, thanks for the food, but they gave her, like, so much flavor for what? Rub-a-dub-dub, thanks for the grub. Yeah, okay.
What in the hell?
喋れてるし。
It's like, wait a minute. You lied to me. This child lied to me.
She ignores my reaction and proceeds to dig in. I figure she'll go hog wild, but nope. She takes the time to wrap the pasta around her fork. She even uses a knife and fork to cut the Salisbury steak. Okay, that's showing a little bit of her background. She even finishes off all the corn that comes on the side without issue. What's more, she eats all the pasta without splashing any sauce. Hard to believe that someone who just collapsed from hunger could be such a dainty eater.
ごちそうさまでした。であります。日本のご飯、とっても美味しいでありますね。
Huh.
感謝す
Yo,
る
baby.
であります。
But you can't die.
死寸前でありましたので。
We left you there for weeks and you were fine.
いや、選定
I'm pretty
期間
sure we were
中は
told.
そういう理由じゃ死なない
I
みたい
forgot that I don't have to read that part. Teehee. I wonder what would have happened if I ignore her. No point in thinking about it, I guess. Chances are someone else would have done the same thing I did. The big city might be somewhat heartless, but I doubt people would be willing to ignore a child who had collapsed on the street.
食べて元気が出たならいろいろ教えて。あなたのこと。
Like your cause of death and your life's regret. I'm gonna laugh if her life's regret
あ
is
なた
food
ではな
related
く、そうにゃであります。
or like Japan related.
Maybe. I mean, she's a kid.
Yeah.
そしてつかのことをお伺いしますが。
Oh, looks like she can use some more difficult words after all. brought my book along, and her bag looks like it can fit hers, so right now we should have both of them with us. Despite that, her stilted speech remains. She really must be speaking Japanese all on her own. If she were speaking Russian, then the book would translate it to fluent Japanese for me.
まだお腹が空いているであります。他のものも注文してよいでありますか？
Thank you for the hydrate.
Yeah.
I'm about to say no, that she's had enough, but then she unleashes the sad puppy dog eyes on me. Yeah, it would work. I'm absolutely the guy it would work on.
Well, he ain't my child, no.
わかった。ちょっとだけだよ。
I heave a sigh after checking my purse.
No.
I'm out of money. She ate me out of house and home. It's over. I wish I knew why I'm being this kind to another participant. I know, she's literally gonna die.
おお、メニューがたくさんあります。
She struggles to contain her excitement at the menu options.
ソーニャはファミレスというところに初めて来たであります。いろいろ目移りしてしまって選べないでありますよ。洋食も和食も中華もどれもあるなんて。ボルチまであります。東の地で食す母国料理がどんな味か興味も湧いてきたであります。
時々変な言葉になるよね。で、ボルシチが母国料理ってことは、ソーニャはロシアの出身ってこと？
はい、ボルシチは正確にはウクライナ料理でありますが、ロシアでも一般的な料理であります。
Ah, interesting. Okay. Ukraine.
でもさ、
Yeah, you like
ロシア
learning
にも
about
ファミ
food?
レスはあるんじゃないの？だったら
No.
そこまで珍しがらないでも。
What the hell?
ソーニャ、家にいることがほとんどでしたから。あ、決めました。ネギトロ丼と親子丼と。
See, that's what she had way too much like table manners for her age if she wasn't some kind of something. Like, I didn't want to say she had to be a noble, but she definitely had like a strict upbringing in some way, shape, or... My mouth is betraying me.
Some
A
way, shape, or
strict-
form.
Upbringing in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, that.
あ、ボルシチ
So I'm not surprised that she didn't leave the house much.
全部丼物でいいの？お米の量がすごいことになるよ。いや、
Also, the way she just wants to eat like a metric ton.
ちょっとって言ったよね。
Wait a minute, I didn't say you can get 3 entrees.
ダメでありますか？
Am I not allowed? Wait, that's not okay? Wait, huh? She tilts her head and rubs her stomach. Oh my
Bruh.
god.
頼んだんだからちゃんと食べきってね。
You're letting her swindle you.
Sonia watches with starry eyes as I press the buzzer that summons one of the wait staff. I guess she's never seen that either. I Can't help but sigh in disbelief at how big of a pushover I am while she happily eats her bowls of food. I really am an easy target, aren't I? I could be... It could all be part of her plan, too.
Well, she's off to a shitty start because she gave you her name.
To lower our guard. So I
She was-
fully believe that could work on somebody who's like dumb and not paying attention or like overwhelmed and they're just like, oh, hi, nice to meet you, and then like your instinctual response is to say your name back. So like unless you actively stop yourself, I can see that working in select situations. I don't
See-
think that's what she was doing, but
Yeah, but see,
know?
I never like giving my name, so I'd be like, okay. My name's Greg. Let's go with that.
yeah.
Just random name out of my ass, yeah.
Yeah, I believe that with you. But typically, due to social norms and things of that nature, it is like trained into you that that's the response when you meet someone, so she uses the fact that she's a kid to lure me into a false sense of security and then takes advantage of it to get all sorts of info out of me. There we go. She's thinking. Granted, I don't get that impression from her whatsoever, especially when she's the one who revealed her own information to me. I sigh again, this time in regards to how confusing this whole situation is. Ugh, my head hurts.
ほふお腹いっぱいであります。ごちそうさまでしたであります。
She's cleaned out all 3 bowls without skipping a beat.
お箸
It would get you? Oh, Laura.
I'm like, oh, damn.
I believe that, too. I fully believe that.
はい。ソーニャは日本が大好きでありますから、言葉も文化もたくさん勉強しました。日本は侍と魔法少女の国であることはバッチリ勉強してきたであります。ぜひ一度会ってみたいものであります。ところでそこのお嬢様。
What?
お嬢様っていうのは違うかな。名前を教えるわけにもいかないし、お姉さんの方がいいかな。
Sis? You're gonna go with sis. Okay.
では改めましてお姉様、お願いがあります。
I think they're just going for a very literal translation because technically, culturally speaking, yes, a younger female would call an older female onesan for sure. So I believe that, but when they bring it back over to English, they're going literally translated as sister, but that's not quite.
I am now your sister.
We don't really have an equivalent for that because we don't really call.
I know. It's just funny in
yeah.
translations.
It is funny. It is funny. Yeah, I wouldn't know how to translate that either. Like, I don't know, call me by my name, I guess. But, like, we can clearly hear that she's not saying her... Also, she can't call her by her name because she shouldn't be knowing it. That's crazy. Yeah, this is a complicated thing. I wouldn't know how to translate that either. Like, hey, you.
Hey, you.
Yas, bestie. Queen, slay.
Call me your queen.
I decide not to bother pointing out that I told her to just use sis.
この流れだとデザート？もういいよ。その代わりデザート食べたらちゃんと話してね。これは約束。
Primarily death and regret. You start.
Yeah, we'll start there and see where the night takes us.
ありがとうございます。 そのボタンはソーニャに押させてください。
Yeah, let her press the button. She ends up getting both a parfait and a cake for dessert. The most expensive date. Call me by your name. Oh, that's fire. Call me by your name. Like, huh? You want to be Sonia? Like, sure. Let's go with that. How
Write
can
that
she
down right
fit all that into her tiny body? Watching her eat makes me want to get something for myself, so I order a small parfait.
She's a growing child. That's how she can fit it.
For at least a few more days. She is cute, though.
Yeah. She's going to die.
Yeah, probably. She has to. She gives me a thorough review of her dessert after obliterating it. I'm amazed she finishes both of hers before I do mine, even if I'm taking it slow.
もういいでしょ。
And make it obvious that it's time for her to talk. She may be a kid, but this is still a negotiation.
What are we negotiating? I feed you, you give me everything I need to end you.
Yeah, I feed you, you let me kill you. Deal. Multiple friends that can eat so much more than you'd expect by their size. That's true. I give her food in exchange for her telling me what's going on. Why she was collapsed outside Lionhouse and why she revealed her name so readily.
わかりました。ソーニャはソフィア・プリズネツィ・アレクセエブナと申すものであります。長いのでソーニャ
What is she, a
と呼んでくださ
robot?
い。
Why is she saying it again?
Yeah, we got that.
いや、それさっき聞いたから。
Yeah, we did that part already.
お姉様は面白いであります。
I mean, if anything, if this child is actually intelligent, then she realizes there's no point in hiding her name, as that's the easiest piece of information to discover.
But here's the thing. Before she said, nah, I'm too hungry to do anything, she revealed her... What was it? She was about to reveal her regret.
からかってる？声も怖いであります。もってことは他に何が怖いの？
Oh, honey.
顔でありますね。初めてお会いした時から
Oh,
怖い方だなぁと思っていまし
with
た。
the
であります。
brutal, innocent honesty of a child.
Ouch.
So she says with a bright and beaming smile. In all honesty, I'm aware that I can look pretty scary at times, but being told that to my face kind of hurts.
で、話をそらさないで。
Then don't talk to children. They'll say it outright.
すみません。お姉様はいい人だったので、もう少しお話をしたかったんでありますけれど、ご迷惑でしたね。心配しなくて大丈夫であります。今週
Ah, shit.
What?
She already knows she's dead, so she doesn't care who she tells literally
そうであ
anything.
りますから。
Wait, what?
Actually, it's smart for her to come for us then, because maybe she's gonna try and convince us to be the shield that we could have been for the mom. She keeps her smile, but something about her looks sad when she says that.
Because it's a sad thing to say?
Kids say the darndest things, Laura! Don't these kids just say the darndest things? Look at her. Takes me a moment to process her words despite the obvious meaning behind them.
Pardon-moi.
I'm not sure how this situation has come about. We're in the middle of the big city, so naturally the place is crowded. There are plenty of customers waiting to be seated. In other words, the staff kindly asked us to leave after a while. Even though we were in the middle of a conversation.
They're like, bro, get out. We need this table.
I still haven't fully digested what she means either.
What?
And she hasn't fully digested her food, probably. That's why.
あー、すごくいい雰囲気のお店でありますね。
I end up taking Sonia with me back to Lion House. It's the only place I can think of where we're able to sit down and talk. Sonia looks like a middle school student at best, so I doubt much harm can come from this. There's also the fact that the police might have stopped us somewhere. Hard to avoid suspicion when a girl in her school uniform is walking around with a foreign child at night.
Fair enough.
I licked it, it's mine. What? A cat. Oh wait, that's our cat, right?
Yeah.
That's our cat. Why does it have like the most interesting collar known to man that makes me feel like that's relevant?
あんた来てたんだね。
It holds our definite regret inside.
Oh. Wait, that would be fire. Feels like I haven't seen Leth in a while, actually. I know it's been fine since I still made sure to eat the food I'd leave out for it.
にゃんこにゃんこ。日本の猫さんも可愛いってあります。ほらパサジール。猫さんってありますよ。
Now, who are you talking to?
Yeah, who? Oh.
Okay. Oh, this is cute. Oh no, this is so depressing. Oh god. Passagier is in reference to Sonia's stuffed animal.
What is it, Thursday? So, Friday, Saturday, 3 days. In 3 days. Three days, child.
It's one of those small plushies you find in toy stores. They fit nicely into your hand. This one's a bear, so it might be appropriate to call it a teddy bear.
Oh my god, who would have thought?
Sonia is poking and prodding Leth with it. It'd scratch me up if I tried to do the same considering its personality, but right now it's sitting back and taking it despite its obvious displeasure. I wonder if it realizes it's dealing with a child.
Most
Or
likely.
even more specifically, a dead child. It's like the pity.
I would say
runs
most
deep.
likely. Animals are pretty good about that. They can recognize it's
Yeah.
a child. That doesn't mean that they'll put it up for it for long, but they'll tolerate it for longer.
Mm-hmm.
仕方ない。今日はミルクも用意してあげるよ。ソーニャにもお願いするってあります。はいはい。ちょっと待っててね。
At least I can go about things at my leisure since we're in my house. I place Sonia's share on the table and Leth's bowl underneath. Once she sits down, I take the seat across from her. Let's waste no time in diving into the milk once finally free of Sonia's grasp. I guess it really didn't enjoy that experience. I don't know why my brain fucking froze there.
さっきの続き
Oh,
であ
not
り
the.
ますね。
Oh, well, okay. Well, let's continue this talk.
She places both of her hands on the glass and takes a sip. You can tell she was raised to be a proper lady based on how she handles things like that. I thought the same back at the family restaurant. Yeah, me too, bestie. I nod as a means to urge her to continue. She almost seems like a different person compared to how she was messing around with Leth.
言葉通りの意味でありました。ですが、お姉様はソーニャのことを信じてくれたでありますね。ちゃんと話してあります。ソーニャのこと。でも聞かせてほしいであります。どうしてソーニャを信じてくれたですか？
自分の名前を教えたり、次の脱落者だって宣言したりするメリット、あなたにはないでしょう。それに私の情報を探りたいって感じでもなかった。
It's not like I trusted her out of instinct. But you don't do it out of thinking much either. And certainly not because she's a kid. That's why I took a detour on our way back here. There could have been someone following us on the off chance that she's cooperating with other participants, so I wanted to make sure of that first. Okay, but even if they were following you, they'd know where you'd eventually end up. You still came back to the cafe.
だからね、あなたには悪いけど、あなたのことを信じたわけじゃないんだ。
I only trust in myself. And Miharu. And Naomi.
優しいでありますね。
一言余計なんだけど。
Rude. Not that scary looking.
Just as we are about to get into the thick of it, Leth meows and lies down underneath the table. I assume it feels satisfied after having its milk. Sonia watches it curl up with a smile on her face.
ソーニャの家も猫を飼っていたであります。ソーニャは病気でほとんど家を出ることがなかったでありますから。猫と本とインターネットと、そしてパサジールが友達でした。
Oh, well, damn, okay.
We love more sick cancer kids. Let's go.
ソーニャの死因はもう分かったでありますね。
You might need to.
You might actually need to,
詳
yeah.
しく知りたければ教えますが、
That would
必
be
要
helpful.
ですか？
うん。今はあなたの話を続けて。
Now is not the time to be a good person, you fucking freak.
I was about to say, like, fair, but... Okay.
While not enough to create a new card, I still opt to listen to her life story instead.
That's
Why not
gonna...
both? Just tell her to be detailed about it.
That's just gonna make you chicken out and not eliminate her. We know you.
No, literally. The fact that she's telling me this means she's fine with revealing her cause of death. Fine with revealing all of it. She's gonna die anyway. She really is convinced that she'll be the next person eliminated, but why?
But why?
That's why.
女神の選定によって
Because the Unabomber knows
ソー
her.
ニャは一時的に生きることができています。
She must have
お姉
seen.
様と同じように
She must have seen another participant and knew what. I don't know.
I don't know.
ソーニャはパパとママに選定のことを話しました。いつもより元気なことが
That's
そ
so
の証
tragic.
明になりました。
She looks too healthy. She must have died.
ですが、ソーニャの病気は選定の最後の一人になっても治るものではないと思います。
That's a fair point, but that's so
Somebody.
sad.
12週間寿命が伸びてもその先は長くはないということです。
Yeah. Oh damn.
Wow.
選
She
定
really
が終わ
said,
って
even if I live, I'll just
病気を
die. It's a
完治するわけ
waste.
じゃないってこと。
はい、そういうことだと思うであります。
True. They said for these 12 weeks you cannot die. They didn't say anything about after.
Yeah.
だからソーニャは負けてもいいと思ったであります。代わりに許された時間だけでも外の世界を見たかったであります。
And now we're back to the kids say the darndest things. Fuck me, dude. That's so sad. God.
家の中から世界を見てソーニャは日本に憧れていたであります。日本の文化、忍者侍ではない現実の日本に触れてみたかったであります。カードブックを手にした時少しワクワクしてしまったであります。
One last game.
ソーニャの大好きな日本のアニメでは魔法少女はこのようなカードとカードブックを使って
Oh my god.
変身して
That's funny,
戦っ
but
てい
that's
ま
so
した。
sad.
ソーニャの未練は世界を見ることであります。それを叶えたかった。
Her words trigger my own book lighting up, creating a new card. Sonia smiles when she sees that happen, but unlike her smile in the family restaurant, there's an echo of sadness within it. Her childlike innocence clashes heavily with her mature realization that she's just come a step closer to being eliminated.
だからしばらく様子を見た後、パパとママと一緒に日本へ旅行することに決めたのであります。
Okay, but where's your family?
脱落したらパパもママも旅行のことを忘れちゃうかもしれないですけれど、せめてもらった時間を有意義に使ってみたかったのであります。
でも一人でいたってことは何かあったんだね。
はい、その通りであります。
What?
ソー
Were
ニ
they
ャたち
taken
は
hostage by the freak?
様子見をしていた間にソーニャの使命のカードを持っている人はソーニャたちの行動を見張っていたみたいなのでありました。空港に着いてタクシーに乗ったのですが、それこそが
What the
罠でし
hell?
た。
What's the purpose?
罠。
はい、選定の参加者さんでありました。パパとママを殺されたくなければ情報を教えろ、
What the fuck,
そういう
bro?
脅しをされてしまったのであります。
The worst possible situation springs to mind when I hear that. Sounds exactly like something Alan Scorpion would do.
その人って12の男の人だった。
いいえであります。
I swear to God, don't tell me it was.
Her denial only serves to worry me more. Oh God, do you think it was Miharu? Oh God.
I doubt it was Mahara. I think it was 3 and the other chick, because he said they were multiple. Because it made it. I could be read it wrong, but I felt like she said there was multiple, and the only multiples we know of are those two that are working together.
Yeah, maybe. All it means is that there are others willing to resort to the same methods as him.
2人組でした。
Yep,
3番の男の人
I was
と
right.
11番の女の人です。
その2人が。
会ったことありましたですか？
Bro, I'm complimenting you guys because you were doing it tastefully. Not okay. Well,
You're not allowed to love the characters, sorry.
next Miharu is gonna start stabbing people for info.
Yeah! I can't wait! Stabbing. I shake my head in response. Number 3, Federico Carminati. I ended up with his name card during the initial distribution. Having seen him in the dream world multiple times, I know he's tall and slender. As for number 11, she's the one responsible for eliminating number 7. Much like Alan, her eyes are as frigid as they come. Those two working together definitely comes as a surprise. I figured I would have the advantage against number 3 because I have his name card, but if he's with her, that's no longer the case. Realizing that I've interrupted her, I apologize and wait for her to pick up where she left off.
パパとママのため、ソーニャは自分の情報を教えたであります。しかし、男性はそれだけでは済ませない。持っているカードを全部教えろと言ったのであります。
No.
ソーニャは11番の方のカードを持っていたであります。未練のカードです。だから言ったであります。
Wow. Unless
教えてもいいでありますけれど、仲間割れの原因になるでありますよと、女性の方を見ながら。
Huh?
怒られるかと思ったであります。でも11番の女性は笑ったのです。
Okay, actually, I want to talk that out because that's really interesting. Because hypothetically speaking, even if we get her information, we're probably going to be a pussy and not be her shield again. But now, because now number 3 knows that number 11, like she has one of number 11's things and it's the hardest one, he might betray her now. This might be his money move. Because they both know all 3 of hers, and he goes first in the pecking order.
Yeah. Because this is so stupid. Because literally, wait, what does she have? Oh, she has her regret, right? Her regret. Really?
Yeah.
ソーニャは
Her regret.
Yeah, she
Okay.
has 11's regret,
怒られるかと思った
which is like the golden snitch.
See,
And
if-
he can make a pretty good educated guess at how she died on the boat.
yeah, he.
So she's gonna want to kill the girl to save herself. 3 is gonna want to make his money move and betray his partner, or at least get into a position where she won't move against him because he has all 3.
That's true, and it's.
And she's gonna want to. This is juicy. This is a juicy, precarious situation right here. She just blew them up.
And also, if she freaking. Oh my god. If she, what's it called? If she would have played the game, she would have had 3's regret, and if she eliminated this girl, she would have had their regret. I mean, it would have put a massive target on her ass. However, comma. You know.
Yeah, she would have been a really interesting position to say the least. Yeah.
This, but oh my god. But I don't know, if we did that, maybe they would have went for us first. Maybe they would have still went for the little girl because she was easier. But I don't know. It would have been like such a whatever. What is this? Who is saying this, by the way? Damn, she's got more guts than that old geezer despite her age. That's what I'm talking about. Who the hell's saying that?
Well, click next. I'm sure we'll find out.
I can't
Can't believe Sonia threatened me, you know, geez. If she wants to see the world, maybe I'll get her after showing that kind of bravado. Maybe I'll let her. That's gotta be like 3 or 11, right?
11, I think.
Oh, you know what it is? I think this is her recap of what 11 said to
Yeah.
her because she was like, she just laughed. Say what you will, but I like this kid. Number 11 was apparently full of cheer as she praised Sonia for her rebellious act. She had a condition though. Sonia wasn't allowed to be with her parents until her last day as a means to prevent them from trying anything. So as long as she did that, they were willing to both spare her parents and let her do as she pleased.
そんなの勝手な条件だ。ソーニャのためじゃない。女の人が情報を知られたことを察したから、未練と顔を手がかりにソーニャたちが情報を集めるのを防いだだけ。
Mm-hmm.
ごめん、いきなり大声出して。
お姉様は怖いですけど優しいってありますね。脱落させるべき相手のソーニャ
Someone
のため
who
に怒って
speaks
くれるなん
Russian
て
saying you sound angry is so funny.
But it's a child Russian, so.
でもいいんです。パパとママが助かるであります。それにさっきも言ったようにソーニャはどうあっても長くは生きられないでありますよ。
I will say this is a test. Once this happens, will they be in Russia or will they still be in Japan?
I'm not sure.
I
have a sneaking suspicion that they'll be in Japan, but their memories will be rewritten as to why they went. So instead of them going because it was what their daughter wanted to do as like one last family trip, it'll be like in memoriam of like our daughter died and she loved Japan. We should go see it for her.
guess.
Would be my guess is how they, because it's probably easier to rewrite the memories, I guess. I don't know. Obviously not all of them, but I don't think they can physically I don't know. We'll see.
ソーニャは死を受け入れているの？
死を受け入れるでありますか？
死んでも仕方がないって思ってるってこと？
はい、選定が始まる前からです。ソーニャは自分が病気だと分かった時からずっといつか死ぬって分かってましたから。
That might explain the sadness in her smile earlier. I'm not sure whether the doctors or her parents told her, but she's likely been informed of how long she has to live multiple times. But just by looking at her, I can tell that she's been raised with love. However, her inevitable death has probably been looming over her head ever since she found out. Just because she knows and has accepted her death doesn't mean she isn't scared to face it, of course.
辛かったね。
I pat her head. There. Why? I should have learned with Keiko that getting attached to other participants is dangerous, yet I can't stop myself. Sonia likely gave up on her life and chose to act like she's fine for the sake of her parents and those around her. Man! The cancer kid's already sad! Why are we gonna be like this? I refuse to believe that she's truly accepted it, though. Her expression right now proves it to me.
死ぬのは分かっていたことであります。だから辛くないと思っていたでありますが、本当に辛くないのか今は分からないであります。
Don't have the means to provide her with true salvation. I do feel for her, though. No one should have to go through what she has at such a young age, but I can't give my own life in exchange. She's not asking you to. She knows she dead. Can't forget that I just met her today, too. We're not even friends. Yet for some reason, I'm racking my brain for her sake. This entire time, she's been wearing a peculiar expression on her face. She likely doesn't truly understand her feelings yet. Not that I can blame her. I'm in the same boat. Leth has disappeared at some point during her chat. The light reflects off its empty milk bowl, casting a strong shadow. I spend the rest of the time just patting Sonia's head. Depression?
So we're just taking her in for the time being. I mean, it makes sense. Her parents have been
Yeah,
kidnapped.
until she. Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, cool. That was a really depressing story. Get out.
Cool. Get out. I don't take strays.
I don't take strays. That's a lie. You own a cat.
That's actually a stray, yeah. Well,
That's probably your stopping point, but I don't wanna. I don't wanna.
yeah. Since you said it, probably should be.
I don't wanna.
Rip the
I
child.
also don't want to watch this little girl die.
Well,
Like, that was gonna happen anyway. Can we please, like, come up with a plan or even just, like, talk to Miharu? We literally haven't had a scene with Miharu in the we don't even know what, like, they've been up to this whole damn time.
it's gonna be. I'm gonna be pissed if she has number 3's death. You're like, you're telling me could have had his regret, his death, his name, all of it.
And then we could kill this little girl and get the 11's the regret and have a good time.
Hell, we don't even have to kill the little girl. We could just get 3 out of the way. She could just share the information with us. We don't have to kill her for it. That's another thing. They could just. Why didn't she have. Oh my gosh, she could have had the other girl's info that she had, which is 10. Well, 10's right here, so I guess it doesn't matter. But we could have had 3's regret, and 3 wouldn't have known we had the regret.
Yeah.
Then she tells us this, boom, like, we would have been so ahead.
Yeah.
Hell, I wouldn't.
Imagine.
If she actually shared that info, I would have been fine with her not picking, what's her face? That herself to experience the death. I would be like, you know what? That's cool. Honestly, it's beneficial that they don't know that you know. That would have been the smarter choice. But no, you have to just be an idiot.
Just be stupid, I guess. God.
Because, yeah. We would have had all those cards. It just, pains me.
Yeah.
You know how ahead we'd be? Shaking my head.
The way we would just easy clap win these. If only people communicated. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the play is here. I don't know how we're gonna spend the next couple of days. I don't know why we're not using Miharu. I mean, I know Miharu doesn't want to give us information to not target us, but like, I don't know. The bigger an alliance we have, the more it makes sense simply to just share. Like, obviously, we're gonna have to kill people in the alliance anyway, but the girl already knows and has accepted that she should be someone who dies, so she's like a harmless alliance, right? She's like someone who just has free information for free, but she's an extra body for us to keep as like a shield to get further in the game.
See,
So
like,
it's like, I don't.
if she played this smartly, she could get the information that she has, those 2 cards. Then she could allow, as long as she doesn't have our card, she could allow it. Because look, because it would have been her not picking the mother to execute. It's stupid, but it would have been a smart play if she had taken her cards. Well, not taken her cards, asked for her cards. Because then she has the
Right.
information. The other
Because the dude just left. They had plenty of time to just talk. Also, she legit came to the cafe after.
Yeah, and literally, the she has that information, more 2 cards instead of the one she would have gotten, and the other participants don't know that she has it. And we know that he most likely will pick our name card because that's the smarter play. So, but that was inevitable, given that so it doesn't matter if he knows our name. Like she said, it doesn't matter. It was inevitable because he's seen our face. He knows where we are. It won't be that hard. So I'm like, okay, cool. You know what? That's fine. However, if like literally she had that information and now we have more information through this little girl, she would have had cards for days and no one would have known that she had these cards.
Right.
But I don't know. It's like, ugh. That's the only way I would have been like fine with her not eliminating her if she just got the info, because it's like, okay, that's smart because she doesn't put a target on her back by saying, hey, I have your card. Especially when it's a regret card, which is the hardest card. She has the name and the regret. Ooh.
Yeah, that's juicy.
Just need the death. Boom. And if she actually talks to Maharu, which I know why she's not talking to Maharu, but like at least ask her, do you have 3's death?
Yeah, just ask what information she has. Don't reveal the information, but like she could be like, what do you have? Strategize around that.
And even if you want to be like smart about it and put, which this is kind of fucked up, but like if you want to say, like, let's say she does have 3's death, you can give her the rest of 3. She can eliminate 3, and with the intent on going, and which puts her a target on her back for the partner. So it would probably fuck over Maharu, but like, you know.
She was planning on fucking herself over eventually anyway.
Yeah, it's like,
so much as that would bother us, like our character, in the grand scheme of things, it ends up being same.
Yeah, and given what we have on 11, we can eliminate 11. Now, granted, I think 12 is more of a threat, but it goes to show that 11 is also. If we eliminate those 3, they're probably the biggest threats, because I don't remember the others. I don't think they're that much of a threat. Because there's the old man, and I think that's all we know. Sorry, I have to see. What do we have?
Yeah, because she kind of refused to look around the room.
Yeah, so we only know there's only 2 missing. But you eliminate 3, which leaves what? Miharu, that doesn't want you dead. The little girl's probably dead, but yeah. And this guy, who is the biggest threat, but if you work together, maybe you can get him. And then there's these 2. Which, if you find the old man, maybe he'll be in a similar situation like the little girl, and he'll willingly give you information. And if that info's on 12, boom. That's like 12 should be the biggest target, but still, like, I don't know. You eliminate so much so easily given all these personalities, and if you just ask that, yeah. But she's not doing it.
Yeah. I don't think she ever will. We just have to sit here and watch her fuck up her game until like the last minute it comes down to the wire, and of course we're gonna win. But it's gonna be like, what the?
The only reason we're probably gonna, like, I get it, like it's a linear story, but like the only reason we're winning is by accident.
Yeah.
The chick that happened to get our name card was the mother who was panicked and came to us, and then all this. So that's shit. But he now has our name card, and the next contestant we meet is someone who's pretty much accepted their death, so willingly gives us all our name. Like, other than the mother, who was easy to get their info on, we haven't even tried for these cards. They've just been handed to us.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy that we're in such a situation where we are like, even if they were to threaten us, we don't know our regret or death. Granted, they might not believe us.
Oh, of course not. Like, who would believe that? That's so... I mean, we did... Okay, the one thing in our favor is we did need to re-explain the game on week 2 in front of everybody.
Well, it was week 1, but like, yeah.
It was the end of week 1, so like, I guess however you want to count that. It was the first elimination, and it was the beginning of week 2. So like, however you want to like look at that, that's the only thing we have going for us, is that the goddess straight looked at us and was like, what, you literally don't remember anything, do you? And we were like, nah.
Yeah, we can harp back on how that we don't remember anything, hence we don't remember our deaths, hence we don't remember our last moments, ergo our regret. Whether they choose to believe us, that's the toughy part. Granted, they might believe us because we have a shit poker face.
On God.
So they might be inclined to, like, we have to believe her. Which means, I don't know. So, but, however, comma. Like, again, if we share information with the people that are pretty much like goners, unless they have our card, we say, oh no, we don't want our card. It's best that we don't know our cards.
Yeah, it's so much better to not.
But she's not.
Dude,
doing
I
it.
would. How funny would it be if Miharu had our fucking cards, dude? Like, at least one of them be like, don't. Nobody say nothing. Nobody move.
It's possible. But I don't know. I guess the only thing I can see her having is our death. That's the
No,
only
I
one.
mean, like, she could have been dealt our card, unless it already said what card she was dealt. I don't remember.
It hasn't shown us what card she has. No.
Yeah, so she could have just, like, through RNGesus, be dealt one of our cards.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can only see her having our death card, like, because she definitely didn't have our name card because she was surprised we were there, and we know that the other nurse chick had it. I mean, the mother had it. So that leaves our
Why
death.
wouldn't she have our regret?
Because
that would explain why she's so pissed at us.
because that leads back to our because let's say, unless it's non-specific, let's say like it is eggplant or regret, this is just on the off chance, it wouldn't it say couldn't save so and so.
Naomi.
Yeah, so it would be weird if she's saying Naomi. Like, I don't think she's stupid enough to see that to not connect the dots.
There's other Naomis in the world. She's not the only Naomi.
Given how obsessive this chick is, I think she would assume it was that Naomi.
I mean,
But
she would probably want to cope first and foremost, and then realizing she can't cope anymore, she'd be like, ah, fuck me. Fuck me running.
maybe.
No way.
But still, I don't know. Again, we don't know.
Yeah, we really don't.
I'm just still on the fact that we do not have her name card. And given how we've seen it play out, I think I'm right on the money where it's not her name is not her name.
Right. I would agree.
So there's that. And I know she says she doesn't want to work with us to protect us, but at the same time, she hasn't even shared her name, so I feel like she's more weary of us than she even realized, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. It's getting complicated. It's getting rough out here.
Plus, I don't... So just like, we're gonna win the game by not playing the game. This is great.
What an us thing to do.
Yeah. Unless the little girl asks us, hey, can you do me a solid and eliminate me? And I'm like, that's kind of shit. That was kind of morbid.
I thought she was gonna say that, but then she asked for more food, and I was like, oh. See, that makes sense for her age, but goddamn.
Maybe. I mean, she hasn't shared her regret yet. I mean, her death yet. We know it's the illness, but we don't know specifically.
Yeah.
And maybe this is the only situation where maybe it would be smarter not to eliminate her. Because again, you can just get the info because she could just tell you. One. As long as she doesn't have our card, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, the best case scenario is she gives us all the info she has on her before she dies, and then she pits 3 and 11 against each other. We hope that he goes for the bait. We hope that he goes for the bait and doesn't let her get yet another information card that he wouldn't have while her regret is dangling in front of him.
Yeah. The only way I would see he would get it is if he had her death. Which I think he's probably he's spending the time right now trying to guess it. Because if he gets that, it's like too tempting that it's just right there. So, I don't know.
Because realistically, I fully believe that the lady wants to keep her alive because that's in her best interest. I don't think she's gonna move on the little girl until 3 tries to make a move. So I think right now, I think she's technically shielded at the moment, and they're gonna go and like work on somebody else. But it's hard. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, because if she takes out the little girl, that's all her cards gone.
Yeah.
Because the guy she eliminated had 2 of her cards, which I think that's how we started. So he got 2 cards, and now this little girl has the last card. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Unless someone digs up her regret and death, there's no one there to eliminate her, and the closest person to do that is 3. Which kind of...
I feel like that's all the more reason that he wouldn't want her to do that then, because she would be safe, and that would put an immediate target on his back because she has nobody else.
He might
really
feel
play
safe
against,
because... Okay, I was gonna say he might feel safe, but he wouldn't know. Because his regret is gone.
And she probably didn't say that the guy had 2 of her cards. She probably didn't tell him, so he probably doesn't know that this is what she's working towards right now.
Yeah, she definitely didn't tell him. I was gonna say maybe he could feel fine, but like I just said, he doesn't know that his regret is off the table. Nobody knows his regret. He doesn't know we have his name, but I don't think he would care as much about his name.
Right. I don't think anybody should really be caring about names in the sense that like that's just the easiest one to find, and it's almost inevitable at this point. Especially with the way this game has been going, where that like I don't know, you can look down the street and see somebody who's in this fucking death game with you and be like, oh shit, hey neighbor, what's up? Like, and I don't know.
Yeah. I think he would want to be cautious with his name, but I feel like out of the three, he knows that that's the least important.
Right.
Second, obviously being deaf, and the third, most important, is regret.
Mm-hmm. Wowie wow.
I'm so mad that she didn't get it. The regret for 3. We would have had 2 cards on him. Imagine that.
Yeah. I wonder if this is gonna do something similar to Happy Maher, where once we play it once, different gameplay unlocks, or like different. It's not that different gameplay unlock, but like that they might change it and do like a fourth wall thing where like they let us know that they know, and so things change, and then maybe some of the characters do something different.
It depends.
I'm curious.
It depends on how integral, because the reason I feel like Happy Mahra did that was not only because it was fucky, because it's like dreams and it's like all shit, but it also led to the ending where it's like they all happen, but every time the dreams started over and over, and it's like it was like a meta thing where it was happening. It's part of the story that you went through all the routes in a way.
Right.
So I don't know. If they make it that divine selection starts over again for some reason, maybe. Then it turns back the clock, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. It depends on how they want to write it.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, this is getting juicy.
Okay. That's all for Tuesday.
Yeah. That is a Tuesday thing.
That was a Tuesday problem.
Tuesday problem.
Now, Horikele.
It's a good question. I know where I was gonna take us, but they're on a break, so do you care?
I don't care. I already guessed who you're taking us.
Yeah, probably. Hit your
Breaking.
funny raid button, Mr. Streamer. Let's go. Anyway, thanks for hanging out today,
Yeah.
gamers. The story is heating up. The deaths are aplenty. The depression levels very high.
The deaths are
They're
deafing.
holding no punches. Huh?
The deaths
Deaths
are
are deaf-
deafing.
Yeah,
Anyways.
for real.
Yeah.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z, it'll be Tuesday.
I want everyone to do their homework. Bring their name, death, and regret.
It's all true. Hi, I'm Bob. What's your name? Death and how you died and the regret and yeah.
Anyways, bye.
Bye.